A rich heiress dressed herself up like a country girl to attend her husband's class reunion. Unexpectedly, she ended up discovering that her own subordinate was actually driving a car from her family's garage, a luxury vehicle worth tens of millions of dollars, pretending to be a rich tycoon and showing off in front of the classmates. Watching her subordinate act like a successful big shot while accepting compliments and flattery from everyone, the woman couldn't help but ask whether the car was really his. The subordinate felt a moment of guilt when he heard that, but he quickly composed himself and fired back at her, saying, "If this car isn't mine, could it possibly be yours?" Seeing the subordinate get angry, a male classmate nearby turned on the woman's husband, telling him to keep his wife in line. The husband didn't want any conflict with his classmates, so he apologized and said his wife meant nothing by it. At the same time, he asked the woman to say less. A female classmate nearby mocked the woman, saying she was poor and couldn't stand seeing others drive luxury cars. The woman quickly said she didn't think that way, only that the license plate looked familiar, and that she owned an identical car. Hearing this, the subordinate sneered and said, "A housewife who spends all day around the stove could drive the same car as me? Why don't you just say this $20 million car is yours too?" The female classmate also mocked the woman's husband. "So your wife isn't just poor, she's crazy too, imagining things like that." The woman was about to argue back, but was stopped by her husband. He softly called to her, signaling her to stay quiet. Just then, while playing, the female classmate's son snapped off the luxury car's emblem. Afraid of being scolded by adults, he stuffed the emblem into the little girl's hand and shoved her to the ground, shouting that it was the little girl who broke it. His shouting immediately drew the adult's attention. When the woman saw her daughter fall to the ground, she rushed over and helped her up. When the subordinate saw the emblem was broken, his heart sank halfway. Fear twisted his expression, and he roared, demanding to know who did it. The little boy pointed at the girl and said she broke it. The subordinate stepped forward and kicked the little girl to the ground. The woman never expected him to be so violent. She shielded her child and said the truth wasn't clear yet. The woman asked her daughter if she broke the emblem. The little girl said it wasn't her, that the little boy stuffed it into her hand. The woman said she believed her daughter. The female classmate knew her son's behavior all too well, and it really was possible her son broke the emblem. No matter what, she couldn't admit it. She was determined to pin the blame on the woman. She loudly shouted that her son saw it with his own eyes, that it was the little girl who broke it, and demanded the woman pay up immediately. The husband stepped forward and said there had to be a misunderstanding. His daughter had always been well-behaved and would never mess with someone else's things. The female classmate immediately shot back, telling the subordinate not to listen to the husband's excuses. What mattered now was making them pay right away. The subordinate thought that made sense. The repair cost definitely had to be paid by the woman's family. Otherwise, he couldn't afford it himself. The woman said it wasn't her daughter who broke it, so why should they pay? She trusted what her daughter said. The female classmate cursed back. "There are witnesses and evidence. Don't try to stall. It was the little girl who broke it. If you don't pay today, we'll jointly report to the kindergarten and have the girl expelled." A male classmate added that he was a school